Hello, YouTube world. Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take, where you hear the real take on the NBA and in sports in general. If it's your first time to the channel, please like, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so you can get the newest and the bonus content we put out every day. Let's just go ahead and jump right into this. Now, this is the reason why I would say the Clippers needed to win game one. The Clippers needed to win game one because they had the most leeway, I thought, because there was no Chris Paul. It was a guarantee. He wasn't going to play. He wasn't going to show up. He wasn't coming. It's like he wasn't going to be there. So it's like, to me, your opportunity to win this game was higher because you had Paul George there, who played pretty good. Matter of fact, he played really good, actually. A couple miscues here and there, but nothing really major that can could have helped the Clippers lose. But this is their game to win. I thought they should have took game one. Now you're going into game two with your back against the wall, which the Clippers seem to play pretty good that way. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But at the same time, man, I think this is the one they needed. This is the one they needed to, find a way to win and put themselves in position in the forefront. You don't always want to be down trying to fight back all the time. So I'm really kind of disappointed that the Clippers didn't find a way to pull this one out. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. It was a great game. Shout out to Devin Booker, man. Devin Booker he's the real deal. I've always said that about him. Definitely has a high IQ for basketball, and he plays the game, at a high level, and he's definitely a superstar in the making. I tell you, they're going to be really tough if they do get Chris Paul back, because, the way Devin Booker dropped a triple-double today with 40-plus points, and controlling the ball, controlling the game on his own without Chris Paul being there, man, he'll really actually, get hot if he don't have to control the ball and handle the ball and almost play like the point guard position. It's almost like what he was doing, to a degree. So, it's really going to be difficult if and when, Chris Paul gets back. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully Kawhi comes back too, man, because I think this series would be really, really good. But we'll see how it goes so far. I'm kind of just, like I said, the Clippers just need to win this one, to me. For the most part, the Clippers played good. They played well. Like I said, Paul George really played really good. 34 points, I think he had. Reggie Jackson had 24 points chipped in. I feel like the Clippers did need that third man to come along. Would have been great if it was Terrence Mann or whoever it was to come along. But I feel like they needed that third person to just come along and actually, take over the game or help, chip in and take over the game, because it was a game of runs, especially. It was an 8-0 run, seemed like it was a 11-0 run by the Suns, and then a 10-0 run by the Clippers. Everybody had their chances to really put the nail in the coffin and actually close the game. Both teams did. It's just both teams weren't able to do it. It was really tough, but at the same time, it was and like I said, just looking at the game from my perspective, 114 to 120 is a really close game, for the Clippers, especially going in a hostile environment, the way they did. But like I said, I just feel like they didn't get that contribution from that third guy. I feel like that third guy would have been the best for them. Like I said, also, Devin Booker, has a 40-point triple-double. That's going to be hard to beat. But they're really going to be tough when they get, Chris Paul back and everything. And I feel like the Clippers definitely should have stole this one. I'm not sure if Chris Paul is going to come back next game or the game after. I'm really not sure what happens from there. But, the Suns had 6 people in double figures. That can't happen. If the Clippers want to win this series, 6 people can't be in double figures. They're going to have to delete, somebody. Somebody got to get backspace deleted. It can't just be, 6-7 players in double figures and, you're not stopping anything, because I didn't think that they would score 120 points this game without Chris Paul. If you told me they had 120 points on the board, I would think they had Chris Paul. I thought this would be a game where they score like 106, 110, maybe give or take somewhere in there. but not 120, 120 plus points, somewhere in there. I didn't think they would score that without Chris Paul. But hey, man, it was a close game. I really liked the game. I'm anticipating to see the series going forward. Shout out to the Clippers. They played really hard. They played really well. It's just that third guy need to step up. And, I was looking for Terrence Mann to be that next third guy. Rondo hit a couple of shots there at the end. He chipped in pretty good. Boogie was playing really good. Boogie Cousins, shout out to him. But his emotions get in his way sometime, and I feel like that's something that can happen when you're playing this game, especially not at a high level in the playoffs. You're trying to win every game. Your emotions can't get the best of you. But that just goes to show how many playoff games Boogie really been in that really mattered. It hasn't been that many. And when he was in playoff games that mattered, he was in for a stint, because he was like, a backup to a backup, you know what I'm saying? But when you're playing heavy minutes or when you're playing significant minutes, you have to monitor those type things. And, for the most part, he played good. And for the minutes he was in there, but we need more, though, from everybody else because this team is for real. And, the Clippers lost this game without Chris Paul, and the Suns still put up 120 points. So, that could be alarming going forward, but we'll see exactly, how it goes. Hopefully the Clippers don't start in an 0-2 hole. But right now they're 0-1 in this series, and that's not the start we wanted. But hey, it's where it is. That's where we are right now. And like I said, PG played good, Reggie played good. For the most part, the team played good. They rallied a little bit at the end, but you got to close these games out. You know what I'm saying? You got to put your foot down, and this was the game to win, I think. But at the same time, it's a long series. There's no need to fret over one game, but got to make some more adjustments. Got to see, where we can dominate at. Got to see some of their weaknesses and take some of their strengths away. And that's pretty much what it's going to be. But for the most part, the game was interesting, really good. And I like the back and forth, and I can't wait to see more. But hey, that's my take on it. Let me know what you think in the comment section and everything like that. Leave your comments. As always, we'll talk, we'll engage as we always do. And Khaliis out.